Hello, everybody. Welcome to ozfortress 19, Week 4. I am Sage. I am with my co-caster, Fia. Say hello.
It's good to be here.
And our beautiful EU producer, Wiethoofd. Today we're going to be casting Xenophobia or Xeno versus Nature Walk. And this is probably one of the closer matches we're going to get a cast of this season, I believe. Both very evenly matched teams and have had mixed results in scrims.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think both of these teams have some players who've definitely shown that they've got some quality. We've had a few players who've been in and around the top tier of Australian TF2 for a few seasons now, and then a few people who are really just sort of making their first headway into Prem. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how these teams match up at this early stage of the season, and really interesting if there's anything to build on there for potentially a finals push.
Yeah, definitely. Both are returning from last season with pretty evenly matched results. I think Nature Walk... Actually, no. I think Nature Walk just fell short because of I think it was a map difference in playoffs and came 5th. Xenophobia pushed past and came 3rd. But both had a good showing in the normal season. But Xeno bringing a vastly different roster, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's always interesting when a team changes their roster fairly substantially after a season, because sometimes there can be like a bit of a honeymoon period where results go really well, and then sometimes results can sort of fall away, and people that can be a really motivation killer, especially if you made like a lot of key roster changes. People can start losing faith in like main cores or things like that. So these first few rounds of the season can be really, really crucial to like how well the team is going to play out. It can have impacts on scrim motivation, on whether or not people want to review demos. So this is a game, like even this early in the season, with a lot on the line, especially with two teams this close.
Definitely. I'm just trying to figure out who the monk is in the server currently, because I'm not quite sure, but I do recognize pretty much everybody else. The new players for the this season on Nature Walk, I think, because I believe this is Nature Walk's first cast. I'm pretty sure their first cast actually got cancelled because of a forfeit win. But they've brought in Explode on Medic in place of Obla, and they've brought in Snow on Scout over Down, who is, I think, on sub now. So, interesting plays, which because Down was a very talented scout. It'll be interesting to see if Snow can hold his own in the footsteps of Down. And I've never actually seen Explode play, so I'll be interested to see how he performs.
Yeah, well, I think Snow definitely has the potential. I'm not sure about his how much experience he's had at the top level, but I would definitely say from playing against him and with him, he seems to have the potential to be able to live up to the high standards set by Down. And we'll just have to see with regard to Explode. Hopefully he can put in a performance that justifies his place in the team.
Yeah, definitely. The first map will be probably Snakewater, which I think is actually, if I'm correct, I believe they actually played this map last season, facing off against each other, so we might be able to see a repeat. I do believe Xenophobia took that map, and it'll be interesting to see how Nature Walk approaches this in a repeat match. We've got 5 in for one team and 6 in for the other, so we should probably be seeing the game go underway fairly soon.
Yeah, it looks like we're just waiting on one more player. Oh, he might be in now. Snow's the last one to join for Xenophobia.
Snow is, Snow Nature Walk.
Nature Walk,
believes that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all in. Okay. Just trying to figure out who the monk is. I'm just gonna probably go check that out. So I have a good idea of the entire roster of Nature Walk. Let's just get this.
I believe Down is actually the monk.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, I believe Down. That's Down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting. So it looks like they made a roster shift and put Quid on demo and brought in Down on Scout. That's really interesting. Okay, so we do have a Down back on the roster. So it'll be interesting to see, because he was probably, I'd say, barring maybe Deft, who is actually not a no-show today. So he was probably the star player of Nature Walk. Very good DM and just a really strong player, especially good on Sniper. So we'll see how this plays off. But Quid Demo, it's an interesting choice. I wouldn't have expected it.
Yeah, well, often teams can be quite willing to experiment with rosters at this stage of the season. Sometimes people have a breakout season. Maybe Quid on demo tonight will have a really strong performance, or maybe they just think that being able to add Down's Scout DM means more to the team
Yeah, definitely. It seems like Mitch is having connection issues, and he's stuck updating Windows as well. So that kind of sucks. But hopefully he'll be able to get back in the server soon, because from what I can tell, is he crashed or restarted his computer, and now he's stuck updating Windows.
Oh, I think I've been there. Never nice to be knowing you're keeping everyone waiting.
Yeah, definitely, and not much you can do with these Windows updates. But I don't know. I'm interested to see. I actually am quite interested to see how this match will fold out in the end, because, like I said, this team this season, especially more so than last season, is they are really evenly matched. I think both scouts are pretty evenly matched on this team. The soldiers, especially, and medic as well. With Deft on demo, I would say he's probably the best player, but like I said, he's also not here tonight. So I'll be interested to see, because I know that Nature Walk do rely on a lot of Deft's damage output to make plays. See if Quid can fill the void.
Yeah, and we definitely do have some. I think the Soldier DM potentially has a slight advantage in favour of Dubious and Pause. I think they're two soldiers who have been known for Soldier DM in the past. I think Dubious particularly can have some really crazy direct rockets, and that's something that I'm sure his team are going to be able to take advantage of. And so I think that the shift away from Deft on demo will definitely be something which will play out over the first few rounds. Of course, I don't know how much Quid's been working on his rollouts. Maybe if the team haven't been ready for him to play demo, that could be something that they might get punished for in early rounds. But look, we're just going to have to see what comes of it.
Yeah. Dubious, yeah, like you said, he's very known for his DM, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Dubious taking a lot of heals in place of Deft, trying to get the same output that Deft would normally. Because I've never, like I said, never seen Quid play demo. I don't know how many heals he's planning to take. But I do think that like you said, the soldiers for Nature Walk, very strong. I think Pause is actually one of the most underrated roamers in the scene. He's so good at robots. Like, terrifying to play against him as Scout. But he's just, the Soldier DM and just the Soldier play for Nature Walk should be really interesting to watch. And I think MG just booted up TF2 in real time, so we should see a connection coming in from him soon.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get the game underway really quickly. And so you said, who did you say had won this map the last time these two teams played?
Xeno did win this. Xeno won the both maps last season. I think it was, if I'm correct, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say it was Reckoner and Snakewater. But that sounds wrong. But I'm just gonna say Reckoner and Snakewater, and Xeno did take both maps. But I do think that the different changes in Xeno are going to probably work in a little bit of the favour of Nature Walk. The roster is largely different. And I don't know. I definitely think that Nature Walk have a lot more room to do a lot more this time around.
Yeah, well, one of the great things about a new season is you get a chance to compare yourself to all the teams you played last season. And so I'm sure that Nature Walk are going to be looking to sort of make a statement about where they currently are in the pecking order by taking the maps tonight. Yeah.
Will be definitely interesting to see. I believe... I'm just going to get a quick stat. It's like Xeno are a returning team, Nature Walk are a returning team, Jasmine are a returning team, No Safe Word are the other 4 new teams? I'm pretty sure we've got a half division prem, which is pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, good to see that's probably about historically standard season to season in Prem. I think you always do have a few new teams that form, people leaving the game, people sort of taking a season break, and things like that. But it's great to see that we get 4 teams coming back. That might even be more than we've had. I think you're right about that. And that's something that's great. It shows continuity for players, and often, especially at the Prem level, when the top teams have been playing the game for such a long time, in order to compete with that, you really do need to have a few seasons together, a great chance to sort of learn to play as a team, learn to play as a combo, learn to play as a flank trio. And so I would be really encouraged to see both of these teams put in a great performance tonight and just sort of stamp their authority on the game.
Yeah, I can definitely see it happening as well with the top. So it's like the season I'd place. It's a top 2 with No Safe Word and Jasmine, Damage Inc. and below that, I'd say probably the next 4 teams are actually, they could easily go the other way. Damaging being 3rd seed, but below that, probably up to maybe the 6th seed. It's a pretty even battle. Like, I'd expect a good match coming out from all of them. So it's good to see that it's not kind of a weird divide between skill levels, and we can get good matches during the middle of the season, like this one should be.
Yeah, because it's never great if sort of the only matches which are of any real interest are the like one game in the finals and a couple of lower games. So having a more competitive division is more fun to play in. There are more people to scrim against, and so like it's really great for all the players that people are coming back and are being able to like stay together as a team through multiple seasons.
Yeah, and we do have 6 in for both teams. MG has gotten back on the server, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get underway fairly soon. I'm hoping at least, because it's good to yeah, we should have. That's something we should do. We should do a roster rundown of both teams. I've got Xenophobia, Phobia. So we have Xander Medic. Xander coming up from Intermediate this season. He got best Medic in Intermediate. I believe I was to 17, maybe 18. But he's made the gap. He's bridged the gap to Prem, and this is his first season. And got picked up by Xeno, which is a pretty good pickup. On demo, this is actually a roster change because Sean is now playing demo for Xeno, I believe. They've mixed up with the departure of Mac a couple of weeks in. They've mixed up the roster a little bit. So Sean's going to appear in demo. Previously Pocket. Oh, but we're getting already up. So I guess we won't have time to go through the rosters real quick. Oh.
Yeah. We'll be able to sort it out as the game progresses.
Yeah, definitely. Right. I want to see what Quid's going to be able to do on this mid, because I'm curious to see how he plays demo. He's going pretty standard soul rollout.
It's a bit slow.
Decently quick. Doesn't take the pack straight away. Can get the first sticky off. Just exchanging spam with the other demo man so far. Both pretty slow rollouts. A deep bomb in from Yorge. He's going to get pretty hurt down very quickly, and spam's just coming in. A play goes down for the side to Yorge. He gets killed pretty much immediately. Scout aggressing for the side of Nature Walk, getting him down really hard. Both scouts go down for the side of Nature Walk almost immediately, and Nature Walk are just going to back off, holding S, trying to get out of the soul room, and Sean making sure that they do not get a repush, as they're just backing up to Cheese and trying to make sure that they can block as many holes as they possibly can, so their medic can get out with this Uber.
Yeah, really unfortunate mid. They didn't take any height. They sort of just got bullied back and decided to sit on the floor and get spammed. We are going to see them take forward across the point. Quid is going to go down. That's demo down now, and that might actually block any chance that they had of contesting. They lose Dubious as well. This could actually be a last push almost straight away coming out. It looks like they are going to be taking it in left door, and they're going to be able to get in without using, which is really important.
Oh, but they do use a bit of even Uber exchange slightly better for the side of Nature Walk. Not ideal, but they did have to
down shouldn't die there.
Yeah, down gets picked up on the side. That's really awkward. He goes in. A Soldier goes down for the side of Nature Walk. They're kind of losing plays all over. 3 down and not even a single trade for the side of Nature Walk, and they're just trying to get scraps here. Soldier's the only one up now. Scout 30 health, and that's going to be around. Very quick and dominant round from Xeno. That mid, the mid was pretty awkward. The second hold, they lost too many players, and then the last hold, they kind of just ran into a boss Soldier.
Yeah, so hopefully this mid, I'm going to be watching GBS on this mid, and hopefully we're going to see them attempt to take a bit more height. I feel like Nature Walk really sat on the left side. They tried to camp on the roof, and they were pushed down, and they all got spammed together. Totally gave up point control, totally gave up the height. In any case, GBS is going to shoot. It's a nice rocket onto Cura, it looks like. He's going to be taken down, and now we do see this height dominance coming out from Nature Walk. They're going to be spamming down. MG should die as well. We see great damage coming out. They're just going to sweep forward across the point. Soldier does manage to jump in, but it's not going to be enough, and it's going to be a very favourable mid in favour of Nature Walk.
That was really good out of Dubious. He decided to just big ball it, get straight into their face and say, "You're not taking height here. I'm going to play Shotgun Soldier," and just knee forward. Cure tried to get positioning and got killed, and then after the scout went down, they didn't really have anything to push off, so they just decided to back out with this percentage. But they are going to lose Sean in lobby. Uber is up for Xander. Does back up without getting forced, but I wouldn't. Yeah, they're going to push straight through here, trying to get this Uber forced. A little bit better for Xeno, but a lot better for Xeno actually after these flashes. But I don't know if it's going to come into players. Mitchell got just backing this up with the trade. Sean's about to come up on his spawn, and we do have a Cure sniper. I don't know if the sniper's my favourite play right here. They're so close, it might be a bit awkward.
Shifter takes.
Oh, we're getting trades. 2 trades on both sides. A Soldier scout for a scout Soldier as well. And Cure, I think, noticing that his scout's down, he wants to get a scout on his side, so he goes up, gets off sniper. and then immediately gets back on sniper, because why wouldn't he make me look like a fool? They're just holding super down just runs in, trying to get onto the medic. I think he was playing on the lack of spam. Oh, and a sack to a disconnect.
It's a cunning strategy, let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like they are going to be sort of pushed back out of lobby. They're willing to sit on second. Quid's actually nowhere near their combo at the moment, so it's quite lucky for them that Xenophobia didn't really try to make much out of that. I feel like in that Uber exchange that could have been handled a lot better from Nature Walk. I felt like there was a scout who got involved who definitely didn't need to. There's not much you can do as an unubered scout shooting an Ubered pocket, so I felt like they didn't capitalise off the fact that Sean was probably overextended and died in lobby. I felt like what was really interesting was that so far Xenophobia have been really willing to push off like quite small advantages. They might actually be able to catch out Dubious and Cheese here. Looks like he is going to get out. Yeah, he's going to be able to fall back. But we've seen Xenophobia really being able to push off small advantages, being able to try and not be afraid, even on last, to go out and take picks. It's worked for them so far. It's managed to blunt a few of the pushes. We'll see if it continues working for them. Snow in onto the sniper, does manage to get traded out. Don't really know how that was ever going to end in anything but a trade. And we're back to a stalemate.
Yeah, definitely. And Deft has joined the server. I think he was just late showing up, so we'll probably see a scout. Quid switch back to scouting a Deft on demo when the opportunity arises. But for now, we have our Deft scout, which is an interesting thing to see because you don't see Deft on scout that much. We won't see if it comes with that Snow actually coming up on sniper. So interesting they didn't take the chance to open the door and let maybe a class change come out. But yeah, we've got Snow just checking this angle, pretty stock angle, just walking on the train, trying to get a peek. I believe he's been spotted out, so he probably won't see any dumb peeks. Hopefully from Xeno, and yeah, he's just kind of trying to edge an angle. Sean in the kind of in a firing line. They just seem like, I guess they're trying to bait a shot or something, because Shifter just testing Snow's reflexes.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get anything from that angle. He's going to change it up. He's taking such a laboriously long peek. Both teams know that the other team is running a sniper. They're going to know that he's only got a limited number of places to push from. And I think at this stage, like, they've got to try to make some space for him to get a shot. Got to try to do some distraction play by, like, having a fake push or something like that, because otherwise they're never going to peek him. They do actually take the... He does get a nice headshot on Cure in lobby. He's trying to finish him off with a body shot, but it looks like he's going to be able to escape back to his medic. Some patience looks to be wearing thin on both teams. They seem to be getting more and more aggressive with these sniper picks, so we'll see what happens. They're sitting in lobby now. Yeah.
Snow is peeking right with the sniper. They've taken a decent amount of room in lobby without much contention from Xeno. But Snow is just getting spammed back. He does get spammed back. Yorchin does get the frag. We'll see if Xeno try and take any room off this, because MG is just trying to kill Dubious in lobby, who takes a lot of damage. Yeah, Dubious does get picked up. He gets too aggressive, trying to spam out MG, I think. But that's 2 down for Nature Walk, so we'll probably see a push from Xeno.
Yeah, Xeno definitely going to push off this. 2 down and a destroyed scout. I guess here's Soldier.
Yeah, they just go straight through Cheese. They don't Uber or anything. But they haven't gotten onto the point yet. This might be a little bit awkward. Quid just trying to pick up a scout who over-aggressed. He doesn't end up getting the frag. MD gets forward and he might force this Uber. He does. Exploit almost dropping, actually. That was very worrisome. They're heading forward, probably just trying to get this Uber exchange coming out of Xenophobia. They're just spamming bites. The Uber finally does come out. And holding that very, very cautiously. They do end up losing Snow. To be honest, that Uber didn't get much done. It was a force, obviously, but they only really get Snow picked. And now they don't have any positioning.
Yeah. The big problem with that Uber was that they sort of waited to actually get forced. They tried to sit back on the platform. In that situation, you're almost always going to get forced. They're jumping in, so you just got to be ready to get in.
Yours just jumps in, straight kills in.
Oh yeah, wow.
I missed that too, actually. I just saw the call feed, but Yosh does get in very aggressively. MG taking heals, just walking forward, trying to get positioning for his team. Pause on the flank, does pick up the demo man for Xeno. And Quid putting up a sneaky trap on the hut, just waiting. MG does go down to that, and that's a soldier demo down for the side of Xeno, but a 70% advantage. Dubious actually playing grass pretty aggressively considering the duper ad, but they're just going to back up, play safe on second now. The spawns will come up for the side of Xeno, so I would expect an Uber push to come out if they've been keeping track of these Ubers properly. Quid actually really forward and saw, maybe trying to bait out the push, maybe trying to get a force or something. The worst thing that could possibly happen in this push is Xeno get through without Ubering.
Yeah,
but
number one priority is for them to A, not die, and B, they've got to force the Uber here. Looks like we are going to see MG jumping in. Oh nice,
my god!
He gets 2 kills just before the Uber gets popped off. Sean and Shift are both going down, and we're definitely going to see Xenophobia recommitting to this in post-fight. Pause does get taken down. It looks like they're going to be jumping in to block the point. Both soldiers now fighting on grass. They are going to be forced back. Medic down to 56, but it looks like he will be able to escape back to mid with his life. Yorch now on 57, was on 17. They're going to be running away as fast as they can. 100% Uber for Explode. This should be second as well, easily.
The health for Xeno was just abysmal. The heals in that push just went to hell. And Explode's coming up in the super, and he's probably not going to be able to get the force. Shift actually taking a really good schedule, almost beating a buff scout like twice, but he ends up getting picked up on the flank, and that's 3 down with a full Uber out, a complete turnaround from Nature Walk. So
yeah,
we're going to
all down
see
to that sticky trap as well.
Definitely. The Quid definitely hasn't been as getting much spam as he possibly could, but his traps have actually been doing a lot of work. Every time they push him, they seem to be getting something done. And that time it did pretty much save them, I'd say, because it was almost definitely going to be a last hold. So we do see the Uber comes up for both teams. Cure back on Sniper, we're just trying to play the angle like normal. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another sack play, but Explode and the combo for Nature Walk are picking under, probably trying to see if they can get any room. They do get spotted early and Explode backs up.
Look how aggressive Cure is in lobby. Getting ready, he's almost peeking cheese.
I think a bit overconfident trying to get the frag movie clip, but he's not getting punished for it just yet. He's getting a bit spent
Sean
back.
gets dubious.
Yeah, Dubious getting really aggressive on these holds actually. I think it's probably the second or third time he's been cleaned up by spam just after getting a bit aggressive. Cure's still on Sniper, which I'm not sure I agree with. They're trying to take this angle, they lose Yorch, and they're probably going to have to back up because of it. Yeah, they are. They're taking back into lobby, and Cure's still just playing the Sniper angle.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily sure that it's so much that Dubious is being particularly aggressive, rather than he's being aggressive relative to where his team is holding. Ooh. Oh, nice shot from Cure onto the scout, whose name is a Rammstein reference, but whose name I cannot recall. Yeah, Deft. Like, Dubious just isn't really being supported by his team in lobby for, like, I can't really understand why he's either not holding back with them or why his team aren't holding up with him, but they need to resolve that disconnect because they keep being forced to push a player down because Dubious keeps dying on these last pushes.
Dubious has come up Sniper though, so maybe it was, maybe he just made the best of the opportunity. Well, I'm not sure if I like the pocket going to Sniper, but it's always an interesting thing to see, especially, I don't know, I would have, because Snow and, actually I'm not sure about Deft, but I know Snow is a very competent Sniper. It would have been probably an interesting idea to see if he could just open the door, but Dubious, I knew he was a very competent Sniper, but giving up a pocket I'm not sure about. Dubious is just holding the stock angle, just being very patient, waiting for a pick. You're trying to get Cure over Liv, and Cure knows they have a Sniper now. So yeah. They're probably not going to play stupid.
Snow is just chilling out with pause under. I'm not really like. Ooh. It is pretty much Nature Walk's push when they're holding last like this. So I think like they've got to do something. It looks like they're just gonna be waiting for the sniper to get the pick. The rest of their players' job is essentially just do not die.
Definitely. Oh,
nice headshot.
That's probably going to prompt at least a sack play. No, but that does look like they're trying to get the super in, which is a good idea. They have a nice spam on the side. They Uber very early, but Zed does pop. He gets bounced pretty high. I reckon he might, if he's unlucky, get picked up. He ends up switching back to scout in time. But the cap, oh my god, almost gets completely capped without even any presence on the other side. Scout players going down. Both sides, Nature Walk do seem to be coming out on top, especially with... Oh no, they end up going down because they need to spawn late. But
oh no way!
Death just runs onto the point.
Wow.
And it caps in front of everybody's face.
That should not have happened. They'd won the fight. The fight should never have gone that well for Xenophobia. It only did because of the fact that GBS was on Sniper and not on Pocket. It meant that they were like trading Ubers with the demo instead of a soldier.
Yeah, Deft is back on his main. Squid's back on Scout, which is a stock standard for the team. So they're back on their normal classes. We'll see if that is better or worse. George gets really deep onto their side, trying to get on the medic. He does land a rocket, but it's not a lot of damage. Spam is coming out. Pretty bad health for Xeno, but not great for Network either. And it does look like Xeno are going to take the chance because they don't have much position to back up. And just play the second hold. That's the second time I think Wiethoofd done that, and I'm not sure if it's working. It seemed to be playing pretty close to this left side, ready to deny him, and the high bomb's giving them loads of time to prepare for it.
Yeah, well, I think the high bomb can be a good play because obviously all the players on Nature Walk just turn around to look at him. Or Explode hit by a straight pipe, taking down to 53. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a force coming out, but it looks like he's going to go back for the pack. Fighting on second here, both teams with Uber. Snow's the first casualty as the teams continue to trade. High Soldier Bomb coming in, one rocket. I think that's too high, but he does get the Uber force. Explode probably did not need to pop there, but he has.
Does come out on the other side though. Another high bomb from Dubious does get the force out of Xander. Really low health on Explode, but they don't have the ground. They could probably get a medic.
Oh, Dubious is the leader, Sean.
Yeah, it does end up. Explode does end up going down. Xander is playing close with Cure. They're just trying to get this Dubious frag. They do end up cleaning it up. They're gonna take this mid with heals and 2 scouts. That's gonna be a bit scary because Paws, I'm sure, is gonna be
Quid on sniper.
Yeah, Quid. Okay, Quid known for sniping. He's gonna be playing the pretty well-known angle, just holding back on bats, watching grass. And this is probably the scariest angle because you can just pretty much instantly rotate to watch Saw with the comm. You can pretty much watch every angle. So pushing with a sniper in this position is a bit awkward. Hope at least they get the comm on it so they know what they're doing and don't just walk into Quid sniper because it's
They definitely know this is a sniper.
Alright, that's good.
Been sort of
I think he was pinned
shooting
down
around
by the
Cure.
sniper. Cure was a bit... Yeah, okay, looks like he's got now. Yeah, Cure was pinned down in grass by the sniper, but he ends up getting past with the body shot. That does look like they're trying to push Saw, and...
They've got 50% Uber ad. Soldier
coming
does
through.
get the force out. Nice force from Paws. Looks like they're going to be able to get out. Quid needs to be getting straight off sniper in this situation. His team's a player down.
Yeah, definitely. He's still on sniper, probably just trying to get a forward pick, which he is letting a headshot, but it's probably not the best situation, especially because if he was a scout... Oh, that's very lucky. Explode, it's a nice surf. Yeah, he's still on the sniper, which I'm really disagreeing with, especially with the Zuberad. They should be getting ready to push right now, and okay, he does look like he's finally backing up. It's very lucky that Explode hit that surf, because if he didn't, he had only a sniper to defend him. But they're moving up, they're taking this through. A soldier under is going to get straight onto Explode.
Nice surf from Explode, but he's going to surf right into the other team.
And drops the Cure! He
surfed right into grass.
So, yeah, that's the thing you see from automatics is they don't surf to safety. He definitely had the balls because he landed something else. But anyways, we need to see an exchange. And it does look just a scout on point. Cure does end up losing to Quid, but the health from both, from Nature Walk is pretty low because their medic is just getting spawned now. And a huge ad for Xander, but Xander is getting forwarded and he's gonna have to back up.
Oh, it does take that Quid.
Get an RNO from Quid. Yeah, that was the thing that you see. On that second push, Explode does milk his Uber, trying to keep it forced, but...
GBC onto the medic, does get 2 nice rockets. Wow, that should not have happened.
That's
they were so far forward, and like they were doing nothing. They were just like spamming the point, getting ready to push. They had 96%. They didn't need to be in there without anyone to watch the flank. Nice play from GBS, but they should have been aware of that.
Definitely.
And it looks like Deft and Snow are just cleaning up. So now dueling. Sean gets one back onto Paws, but it's probably not going to be enough. They're just going to be running back.
Yeah, do still need one as well. Yeah, we're going to see a large ad for Explode, so they're probably just going to try and walk into the second, especially when there's 3 down for the side of Xeno. It's going to be 3 spawns on last, so they should get this relatively uncontested. We don't see a sniper play coming out. I believe the first time in this last, we do see a pyro play, which is an engineer play. I was about to say a pyro play on Gully Watch is a bit interesting because of how much room there is on this last. But Josh does come back off on this NG and
they're coming in under.
Yeah, and they have 2 off classes, only 1 scout. Kishku's shift does get back on scout, but the damage has been dealt. 3 players down for Xeno already. We have a pause.
Pause.
This is almost definitely going to be round for Nature Walk.
Look, I think if you look at the cap time on the point, I think it is round for Nature Walk. I'm not even sure how that hasn't capped, actually.
They could all, like... Okay, so it's a pause issue apparently, it's not an actual in-game issue. But it does... I can't really see, unless Nature Walk all accidentally hit their kill binds at once, I don't really see this going anywhere for Xeno. That last, I don't know, it was kind of awkward, like that whole thing that it was just a soldier and a medic forward in Saw by themselves. They didn't have anything to watch behind. GB's just punished it. He walked in straight onto the medic and killed them. And then walking into last, they did have an interesting setup. They kind of played a bit. I would have probably actually liked to see an engineer and a heavy, not an engineer and a sniper. The sniper was a bit awkward positioning, because honestly, you'd probably expect him just to Uber around the corner anyway, and the sniper's probably not going to get that much done. Probably, you just need to delay this Uber in this position, and nothing much happens. The reason for the pause, by the way, is MG timed out. So, he is going to be on the server in a bit, and we will get underway once again. But almost definitely this scoreline's going to be 2-1-2 Nature Walk, and we're going to see a new mid.
Yeah. So what I think needs to change from Xenophobia on mids is, I think they have two options. I think Yorch can either play a lot more passively than he currently is. They've currently got one soldier, I think MG, who's pretty much just sitting on the top left, and he's just like taking some spam rockets, and they have one scout who sort of dances across the top. When they had like top presence and point presence in the very first round, they were able to pretty much just delete Nature Walk off the map. So what I think needs to change is either Yorch needs to stop doing that very high bomb and like drawing all that early fire but dying for it. Either he needs to stop it, or what needs to happen is they all need to get around him. Okay, so they all need, if he's going to do that bomb, if he's going to land on the medic, if they're all going to look at him, they need to get forward across the point. We've seen that when they get forward across the point, they do manage to do really, really well against this Nature Walk lineup, and so it remains to be seen whether they can make that adaptation like real time.
Yeah, love to see like MG follow up on that, because a double soldier and then maybe a healed killing demo and scout over the point while that's happening could actually be very disruptive to Nature Walk's play. Stickies forward actually do get a bit of spam onto side Nature Walk. Our HUDs are breaking because of the pause, but MG does get forward on left this time. Another more forward aggression from Nature Walk than we've seen before. Snow's just playing pretty passive. Yeah, very good arrow around MG. Pocket soldier goes down. Snow kind of forwarding the demo. Snow does get down. Xander gets picked up by a very well done bomb by pause, and Nature Walk are backing. Xeno are backing up a little bit. I would get back in here.
They're healing
it does
up.
look like they're doing it. Yeah,
but no.
They're just trying to get packs and explode, and the demo man
Shifter chasing.
back up.
Shifter might be able to catch him out here. They're in cheese. He's dancing around. He can't quite land the final shot. Explode is gonna survive on about 40 health. MG with the spam rockets. Oh, not bad enough.
That's a shame. It's, yeah, once you're in that doorway and Deft is on the other side, there's really nothing you can really get through. It's a shame that you couldn't get that pick, because Explode is probably going to push back into its mid after the cap is completed.
They seem to be really averse to like getting this push started. Dubious is jumping in alone. The medic is nowhere close to him right now. Hopefully he doesn't die before the rest of his team get here. He's just going to be jumping on top of the point, and now the rest of his team are following in. Yorch with the big bomb comes out, but it's 1v6. He's never going to be able to make that play happen.
There's a scout just dancing around at the point. He does get cleaned up very late. Just taking a fight with Dubious, I believe it got drawn out before the push and ended up going later. But that's 2 down. Both flank members, I believe, for the side of Xeno. So they're just going to walk in
they
on
have enough
grass.
Uber out. If they go right now, they'll be able to catch him out before he gets it. I don't think they'll know that though. They're just going to be content to take him off the point.
They're not making these mistakes. They lose a scout and a soldier. I think Xander just came up on his Uber. My HUD is back as well, which is good, so I can see buffs and stuff. We have 2 down for Xeno, and it does look like they're going to take that in, because Pause is just walking in left with this Uber. They haven't Ubered, and they're very deep in. They get the Uber popped out. They flash in. A better Uber for Xeno so far, but they are getting a lot of damage out. Snow is backing up with heals, and Deft is lower. They haven't gotten a lot done, and they're losing 2. They've lost both soldiers.
This is going to go badly.
Yeah, they're getting out slowly. Deft is going out lower, and they're getting forwarded out. Shakur just pushing them back. Pretty much alone, actually, until he gets his players, which is interesting. Deft just trying to get out as best he can. And do we have another pause? Yes. Alright, so I think MG's having connection issues, which is why we're seeing so many pauses, but what does seem to be happening is, yeah, that push was a bit awkward. They moved in left very deep with Uber, but they didn't find a combo, which was the shame. And then when they Ubered pretty much only onto the demo, who ended up getting saved in the Uber anyway. So the Uber didn't get much done, and in the fight they lost both soldiers, and then it was just kind of the end. Xeno played that pretty well, I'd say. They kind of kited a bit. They played back right and then re-pushed with their Uber and pushed out the players. I might see Shifter get cleaned up. He's very aggressive, trying to get the pick on Deft, actually. 74, maybe not. He's on the pack as well. It's...
Yeah. I think it's more likely that we see Deft get dropped in this situation, but depending... Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, his teammates. Okay, so I thought his teammates were a lot closer. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if... Best gets here. I don't know if they'll get... If Dubious is able to stop the aggression, maybe, but... Deft 5 health. It will be a bit awkward.
Yeah, I think it's up to Shifter. I think Shifter either commits to it, in which case it's essentially like a scout for demo trade, or he's just going to get the pack and back straight off. He probably doesn't know exactly how close the players are.
No, he backs up. Yeah. I think he doesn't want to hedge his bets. He does almost actually die in that situation as well, so maybe it was the right decision. But he just run up, he gets out. We do see... I think it's, except for both teams, my HUD is broken. Quid is AFK? Question mark? So it's just... exchange... Okay, yeah. We have a sniper, Quid, which is nothing crazy. We see it a lot. So Quid is just... I think he's maybe changing settings or something. He's not moving at all. Maybe this was the reason for the pause. Maybe he was having internet issues or something. Anyway, we see Quid coming to mid with a sniper. Interesting place to snipe, honestly. Not a super comfortable or amazing place to usually, like, no super great angles that I can think of. Probably gonna try.
I think he's gonna go through a pick. I think either through window or through grass. It looks like he's having a peek around.
Yorch is very aggressive and probably caught in. He does. I guess he wanted to go for a play because he saw an opening, but he got caught up very, very early. And that's going to leave Quid in a position to do what he wants, probably get a bit aggressive, but they are going to look like they want to trade this Uber.
Yeah, so yeah, we're just seeing some of the troubles that having a sniper is. As the Uber trade does come in, MG launched up in the air, but he is actually going to have the better Uber, apart from the fact that he gets absolutely skyboxed. So it looks like that's just going to... The trade is going to even itself out. One of the problems with having a sniper in this situation is that if one of their players dies, you're kind of limited in your response to it, and then after an Uber trade like that, you can't really push in. GBS is going to be trying to take the fight in through grass. He's going to get spammed off the top. Nice arrow from his medic is going to be able to keep him alive, and now they're pushing forward. Yorch does overextend and die. There are 2 scouts on demo, all trying to escape. Cure should get taken down. They all go down. Paws picking up 2. Quid picking up a headshot. And looks like it's going to be 2 players left. They should be able to take last, no questions asked.
They'll have Yorch up. They just need to delay for the rest of their team.
Oh, GBS.
Jesus Christ.
GBS has deleted 2 players, Shifter and Xander, being removed from the map.
So it's not completely over, but it's going to be difficult. So you don't need to get 2 maps to at least tie this and get to a golden cap, which is probably wouldn't want to say is their best option. Like 3 rounds is going to be unlikely unless they roll 3 mids in a row. And I definitely do want to see them get a bit more aggressive on this mid because they've kind of been getting crumpled. So they do get through. Yorch does seem to be playing a bit lower. Yeah, he does try to. I think he tries to go aggressive, but he gets into their kitchen and Paws is very, very knowing to this because he just waits at the bottom. They're going to just exchange spam again, and they're playing lower ground on both teams. Yorch, Paws goes for the play on Xander. Doesn't get anything done, but he stays alive for a lot, drawing a lot of fire. And position is better.
Def does get taken down. He's overextended there.
Doobie is just playing like a trap. He just waited around the corner, waiting for people to push into him. He did use Deft as a bit of bait, but it does work out in the end as they do end up with this mid with a medic up, and it's going to be very good in a second. It should just be an uncontested push, if I'm honest, but Yorch is in an under position, probably just trying to go for the medic, playing grass side. He hasn't been spotted out just yet, and he's right behind the medic. The jump comes out, he doesn't make the fence, that's really awkward. He still gets the force.
Nice,
How
George.
does that happen?
Is my HUD broken, or is Xander on 150?
No.
So not Xander. Explode, no, he's on 110.
Yeah. Okay, so... just even Ubers because of that force, which is good from Yorch.
It's an important force, like he has to get it, or like we'd be looking at 4-1 GG. But again, see now, we said previously that it was the pushing team's push in this situation, but if you're 2 rounds down with 6 minutes left, even Ubers, this could get turned into your push. It's so easy for Nature Walk to stalemate this out here. Whether they actually will, who knows, but I think you've got to be ready. Yorch, he's going to try and hit a sick direct, not quite going to be able to make the frag. MG jumping in onto the medic is going to get taken down. What? Sean could die here, does get GBS in return. Quid actually goes down for Cure. If Snow dies here, this could be really good.
Paws in a really good position to deny any scat aggression. He gets cleaned up by Yorch on the height. I don't understand how that worked. That was really interesting play. They got aggressive and Nature Walk were just not expecting.
Oh, this is so bad. Oh, nice fight from Def. That was pretty much an accident.
But Excellence is going to get out. It looks like they're probably going to flash a soldier in just to get a bomb, but no, he gets caught seen immediately and he's probably not going to go for it. I did not, like, Nature Walk did not expect it, and I didn't expect it. MG just saw them building, playing back on thing, and he decided, I'm going to get aggressive, I'm going to catch them off guard, and it worked out very well. Interesting play that you don't see that often, honestly.
Well, just as I was saying, like they knew they had to push. There's only 6 minutes left. Like it's something that they should be expecting, honestly. Quidashi is going to be first to know. Uber gets popped out. This is an important force. I'm just going to see what they can get done with that. Looks like they are all going to be able to escape. They didn't have the players getting ready to get forward, and now Explode's got 60% Uber, but 50% Uber advantage doesn't really mean much if they're never going to get to Uber. George jumps in. I don't think you should die there. I think they should be trying to dry push this. Oh. Xander goes down. No. They need frags really quickly. He gets one. Shifter gets one. Can he get a second?
Shifter is really low. Here. Oh, that's bad luck. Cure just backing up, knowing he really can't do anything. That was really awkward. So he did get in. They ended up getting the kill and Explode. And Explode is coming up on a Crits Krieg. I'm not sure if I would be banking a Crits Krieg here, but it's an interesting play. Definitely. I don't know. I don't know if this is placebo, but I feel like crits aren't run nearly as much as they used to be. I feel like people aren't as confident in it anymore. Anyway, we do come out with the crits, and we'll see what they can do with it, as they're gonna have a definite advantage because they just spawn at the same time. We'll see if if Xeno are in a position to play around it. They have 4 minutes to get 2 rounds, so they're gonna probably go in dry, I suspect. But going in dry with their crits out is probably gonna be awkward because they're gonna get it almost any second now, and they're walking into a really good place to get crits not.
They are walking into a really good place, but if they don't manage to get this crits out, this could be like really bad.
The crits comes out, and Xander does go down early, but not the worst. Not the. Oh my god, MG getting so much damage, just 2v2, and it's just a medic. This is really good. If they kill this medic and just move back, he can't get out. But Cure is on such low health. No!
No! Explode! He's on 16 health, but he's going to be able to escape to last.
That's it's a shame.
If I'm him, he needs to switch to Uber. He needs to switch to Uber.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. I actually don't know why I went crits in the first place. There's 3 minutes left. The only way you lose. The only way you're going to lose in that situation is by like failing a crits Krieg or something like that. They just need to be occupying time, and it almost didn't work out for them. But looks like they're going to get one chance to make a push happen. They do actually have 20% Uber advantage. Cure can't. No, don't die. Don't die.
He saw a sniper very aggressive, and I think he wanted to go for a pay. MG is picked up. Dubious does get cleaned up.
Pause on the med.
Oh my god. I reckon that might matter. There's not much time, and they don't have the time to be taking these kills. Yorch indeed gets a lot of damage. He's on the demo. Goes down to almost 20 health.
Oh, that's a nice shot from Snow.
Dome shifter. That's just that was disastrous. Player by player, just kind of fed. I think they was under the assumption like we have to push right now, and they rushed kind of instinctively and just ended up dying one by one.
Yeah, I think we've seen sort of xenophobia sort of suffer from like a bit of stopwatch anxiety towards the end here, making plays which we probably wouldn't think are the right ones, even in a time disadvantage situation, purely because they think they have to go now. Just people are mucking around at this stage. There's 2 minutes left. I think it's mathematically possible, but there's no way it's ever going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we might be able to see some middies, but I would, definitely say this is dead time. We'll see. I don't know. It's a shame because I definitely do think Xeno had it in them to win this. They just made quite a few mistakes in pushes, and I'd definitely say on mids they were just a bit all over the place. West gets rushing in, trying to get frags. They do end up picking the medic. Yeah, they took the medic, but it's just dumb. They're playing DM pretty much. It's going for kills. And well, the team fight does go in the way of Nature Walk. I don't know if they might actually get another round off this. Nature Walk definitely do have the time to push in, but doesn't look like they're that keen to really. Def just
has anything been decided on round difference recently? Probably not, but it'd be amusing if it were.
Map difference last season, I think. Yeah. I don't think there was a round difference, but Nature Walk did get knocked out of playoffs last season because Damage Inc. took a map off Xeno. That's the closest I think it's come. I don't think it's been round difference yet.
Well, we'll see whether they're able to make this push work.
It's definitely in their favour. I mean, Xanders are going down low. No one's really taking it seriously. They do get the Uber out straight onto Xander. 3 players down to Xeno. NG just trying to do what he can, goes down straight away.
Yeah, they're just gonna win it out. It's gonna be 4-1 for the map.
Yeah. 50 seconds. We'll probably see another mid fight. Probably like Dunlop classes, because we see Quid on heavy, as you'd expect. Good matches coming out in the chat, and I don't know. We'll just see what this awkward on Sniper, never mind. And they choose the map.
They changed the map.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. I don't think that mid had anything in store for us anyway.
Yeah. So the interesting thing is, what do you do from the perspective of xenophobia? So you've just gone down 4-1. Your mids are a bit shaky. Definitely your Uber trades hurt you like a fair bit over the course of the map, and often your post Ubers, you guys are getting mopped a bit. What has to change, in your opinion, Sage? Like, how can they fix it up before the next map, before product?
Product. In a normal situation, I'd say they need to be thinking more about their mids, because I would say that a lot of the that and their pushes, because in my mind, what I was seeing there was, one, their mids were really awkward and they weren't getting a whole bunch done. Yorch was getting super aggressive, and although it isn't a terrible play in its own, the team wasn't working with it. Usually what would happen was he'd hit a rocket, or maybe a rocket or two on the demo of the medic, and they'd go pretty low, but nobody was really in a position to follow up on that, and they just kind of played back until they could re-heal and push back in. If we saw maybe another aggression like double soldier bomb and heal players down over the point into it, we might have seen a different play, but we didn't really see that. We saw mids not work for Xeno, and then not much changing overall. If we saw maybe more scout-oriented mids, or maybe taking height more aggressively and stuff like that, but they didn't really change their mids, and it was definitely not working in the favor of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just get the logs up. And their pushes, they were losing a lot of players and pushes, and getting really aggro, trying to get forces on the medic and losing players, which was a bit awkward. First thing I noticed is Dubious doing 400 DPM and taking quite a few heals, taking 28% heals, which 400 DPM for 28% heals is a pretty good trade-off, I'll be honest. Definitely the first big stat I see on the scoreboard. Another thing I'm seeing straight off the bat is the death difference. Xander getting 12 deaths, Explode getting 5. Survivability on Explode side is definitely a lot of a bigger factor.
And part of that's a bit of a function of having your pocket do twice as much damage as it takes.
Definitely.
But also part of that, like, it's a little bit of A, a little bit of column B. Part of the reason that Dubious is able to do that much damage is because his medic is always alive. They've got heals at good times. One of the things that I like, if I'm trying to rectify that advantage, like MG did a reasonable job on pocket. One of the things that I would say did was he definitely struggles to get kills. You can see on the logs there, 11 for 20. He was the second top damaging player in the server, but I felt like it's almost not enough if you're just going to be sort of like doing damage and then sort of taking more damage than you do, sucking up sort of 31% heals. Again, his team did need him to do that because he needed to contest Dubious, who was getting that kind of heals, doing that kind of damage. But in this game, we need to see him being better in the post-Ubers. He needs to frag harder. He needs to be getting the cleanup kills that Dubious is getting immediately after Ubers. And he just needs to be willing to sort of like position himself a bit better so that he's not taking heals away from his flank players. Even though he didn't take that many more heals than Dubious, it's like, sort of thing is, if you're losing, you just got to start decreasing the heals that you take. He's just got to be able to react to what happens.
The thing I'm noticing overall is the scout stats, barring Quid because he was playing demo for half the map, but most scouts hitting under 200 DPM, which I would say isn't because all the scouts suck or anything, which isn't the case. I'd say this game especially has been really soldier and demo orientated. Scouts kind of playing on their own. Most fights being more soldier and sack based, getting in aggressive spam fights and stuff. It does seem that, especially with the huge stalemates on last at the start,
will always like Snakewater. I think people always generally do a bit lower DPM, which is why Dubious's sort of DPM is quite impressive. Just because a lot of stalemates, a lot of points where it's quite hard to get some spam damage out there, especially on a flank class. Like if you're on Snakewater last and you're getting ready to push as a scout, you can't even pad your stats, really.
Yeah, definitely. There's not much you can really do except for wait.
What I would say with the mids, obviously, like Viaduct is going to play like a fair bit differently to Snakewater in terms of mids, in terms of general transitions, in terms of like timing your spawn waves, everything like that is going to be a bit different. The key thing that I'm going to emphasize just before we go live, they need to be more adaptable. If things aren't working, we need to see them being willing and able to change their gameplay mid-game. You get 3 chances. If you start losing on Viaduct, you've got to be ready to do it to the best of your ability.
I would be interested to see if we do see sniper plays coming out because it is product, but we do immediately see more spam fight coming out. Soldier getting deep as normal for the side of Xeno. MG going really... MG didn't die, what the hell? Okay, so he gets in super deep, almost dies, like, almost immediately, but then doesn't take any damage after he drops down to 20. Gets in the house, just kills players, and that's a very, very, very confident mid out of Xeno, and they just move players back. The mid does stay up for the side of Nature Walk, so we will probably see a repush, but... And Quid gets caught out. Yeah, that was really textbook, if I'm honest. They get super aggressive and they play off MG's damage. MG doesn't even die, takes a crossbow in house, and that was really good. And it looks like they're trying to get a bit of a forward hold up.
That was like a great aggressive mid. In all honesty, it shouldn't have worked as well as it did. I think there was some missed shot from Nature Walk. I don't think that like it was as dominating a mid as it probably looked like in terms of kills and in terms of like outcome. I felt like it could have gone a lot worse. Pause is going to be jumping out. He's popped the Uber, and they're going to be trying to get in. The Uber does get traded out, but it's a much better Uber for Explode and GBS, and GBS is going to go chasing. They're getting the demo out. Actually, no kills in immediate post Uber, so this is actually quite good for the team holding the point, because they're essentially going to be forced to take a second mid fight. Snow is the first to go down. We see Explode pumping some arrows into his team, trying to get these players up, but GBS is going to be the next to die, and they might have to fall off it. They're in a bad position here. If the jumper's going to come in, they won't have a pocket to defend themselves.
Yeah, they do get paws out on very low health, and we are going to see Death just doing spam damage. Xeno is actually on a little bit of an advantage. I wonder if we'll see him capitalize off that. Not huge though. And it's just Nature playing on the cliff, one player on the left side which is Paws. The flank is pushing Yorch back a little bit. But we don't, I do think that was a bit of an interesting trade. They did get the Uber forced out, but they had no position because it was forced all the way back in their main. But the Uber does come up for Xeno and doesn't look like they're going to take it aggressively. Expode's going to get it in a moment.
GBS so low so early, it's just going to ruin the fight for the rest of the...
Yeah, they lose 2, and I guess they want to capitalize on that, so they Uber, but Zan drops Cure in the Uber, and it's going to be a 3v3, and Snow's just getting super aggro onto the medic. Sean and Xana do back him off, but okay, we have a Quid sniper, which is something I was almost definitely going to expect. He's probably going to, I'm going to say he's probably going to snipe to any extent he can. When he gets an advantage on the point, he probably is going to try and get sniper just to annoy the other team, and he picks up Sean immediately. And a Scout. Yeah, Quid, I'm pretty sure Quid plays more sniper than Scout.
Look, it's understandable. When you're hitting, when you're head clicking, you may as well keep doing it. I feel like that Uber should have gone much better from Xenophobia. Sean, just don't do it.
Oh gosh.
Like, you know he's on sniper. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess he just didn't have a call in the position and didn't expect it. I wouldn't be super surprised if Cure
GBS jumping in. Can we get an air shot? He shoots the wall and then a Scout kills him. Yeah, yeah.
That's half an air shot.
It's like a third of an air shot.
Moving up, they're definitely cautious, the sniper and Xender's moving up cliff, and they're in a position to just kind of kite this Uber when it comes out, which they do already. Uber hasn't even come out and they're already getting 40%. The Uber is much better for Nature Walk, and we're going to see a repush, more sides, just pushing back the damage, and Xender's just going to be trying to get out with the Scout. Low health on Nature Walk, because they do lose Quid behind, but instantly get Yorch's trade. If I'm honest, you might want to see a push before the sniper gets back into position from Xeno. Try and make the best of the situation, because pushing into a sniper sight line without Uber is...
Oh, Deft gets taken down. Nice bomb
does get a yeah.
And Sean's going to clean up GBS. Sean staying alive here is super crucial. He's died too easily in a few of these fights, and it's really punished his team. Now Shifter's going to be across the point, kills Paws. Snow is going to be able to get out. Looks like he's going to be taking Explode back with him. Bomb does come in, but doesn't look like it's going to count for anything. Quid taking down low. He will get out. 60 seconds left on the timer for both teams, and Ubers are pretty much even.
Quid back on Scout as well, and we're going to see a repush from main. So they're not trying to do any forward hold stuff, they're moving back, just playing the point, trying to bait in a push. They probably what they want to do is get this Uber forced out and kite it and repush onto the point. Shifter getting super aggressive, might get cleaned up if he's unlucky. He doesn't end up hitting, he does dodge the pipe. Dubious taking down to half health, but Cure taking down to 40, and Cure gets cleaned up by Spam. Terrible health on the side of Nature Walk though, and doesn't look like they're not trying to capitalize it off yet. It is Nature Walk's push, but there are 2 players down for Xeno. They need to get this force, ideally, so they don't have to re-Uber push, but it looks like they're just going to try and back off and play off time ad and re-push with this Uber, I suppose. I don't know, maybe if if I was Xeno, I probably would have sacked everybody but I medic to try and get a force and then just repushed with the Uberad. Because they were in a definite position to be able to do that, I reckon. But they are moving under the point. Sticky's on the rock. They're going to try and delay this Uber charge from Xeno. The Uber has come out, but Nature Walk have just popped it. Low health on Nature Walk though. Shift does get too aggressive and does get picked up on the back end. This isn't looking great for Xeno. No, only one scout and a demo. MG does get a spawn, but Kura's going to get cleaned up on Cliffside. Spam it back into spawn. MG gets probably going to get cleaned up here, as he does try and get in to help his teammates, but it does seem to be a bit late. No, they don't kill him, but they need to push pretty soon. Even Uberad, they just need to win this dry push, and whoever wins this next push pretty much gets the round. Dubious? Dubious runs out of ammo and gets cleaned up, I guess. He's paused behind rocks, very low health, very bad health for Nature Walk. Xeno, if they pull plus forward here, they can get a lot done. Demo's alone on concrete. They need to be walking forward, they can't be dancing around the point right now. And they do get this ground. Pause forward, does die to Shifter. Deft alone, it's just a medic. They have 20 seconds to make this repush. And huge ad for Xander. Should mean that when this push does come out, they do get the super ad. Sean's getting very aggressive. And he does back up. Probably, maybe, I think he was maybe just getting ammo. But Sean just doing the smart thing, sticking up the point. Yeah, he's just sticking up the point, waiting for them to jump. They Uber early. Bit debatable to Uber that early, but it works because they can't get any cap time. And yeah, that's very good.
Just clean it up.
Very close round. We do see, yeah, like I said, Quid coming up sniper immediately. We'll see if he can make it work. If Xeno can play around it, it will be a disadvantage, but we'll see if they expect it. With Quid on the other team, I would expect it pretty much. You have to kind of expect they'll always come up sniper whenever they have the advantage to. And Quid is just playing on Shrine, probably going to go for a pick on Sean. He misses his first shot. Yorch is behind. They lose pause, but they traded for MG. Yorch in a position to try and jump
nice
Quid.
From Sean.
Quid does die, but Yorch gets cleaned up with a headshot. That was a very nice shot. A kind of awkward position for Nature Walk. They do have the player ad, but they don't have the position ad. Snow actually deciding he's going to turn that around as he walks under the point with heal.
They need to be more aggressive.
Yeah, you know, just letting
them if they know Quid is on sniper, they can't afford to just like sit back and sort of let the fight play out. They've got a player advantage in close quarter combat. They want to reduce his sidelines. They want to force him to take like random flick shots. They need to be aggressive there. But it looks like they were content to give up the point. So it looks like he's going to reset. We see a soldier jumping in so high. Dubious taking down to 12 health. Dubious could die here.
Quid goes down. Dubious is back on left, just staying out of this Uber. He might come in late. Def just taking a high. He ends up getting destroyed by Yorch. 3 up, but oh my god, Snow. Oh, Snow question mark. Snow is, I guess Snow tried to get out there to save players, but
Pure almost gets me.
So what happened there, which was interesting, was I think Snow had a change of mind, which probably ended up in the negative because he was in the only position to really sack for the medic there. He was right on the medic, he was next to Sean, and he had a 50 damage shot, but he decided to try and back up to heals out of nowhere because I think he thought player preservation was a big deal, but he was dead regardless and he ended up getting cleaned up.
Oh, George, only not to the medic, 4 health. Ooh.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Like at the last rocket out. Explode's gonna live on 50 health.
Explode, yeah, big bad health for Nature Walk in there. I'm gonna be playing a little bit passive because of it. Dubious just playing main, spamming like NG, getting super aggressive. Demo behind him though.
They don't have Uber yet.
Yeah, they could crush this Uber. Counter
oh no.
No, they don't go straight onto the medic, which is a shame because they're gonna get this Uber recharged probably, unless they can get straight under Explode, and Explode does go down to 58, 40 health, 36. He gets 19. The Uber charge and pops it back.
To pop. Oh no.
You're just hiding in spawn, trying to make sure you can get out. Def trying to run in, just getting cliffs, looking for players to pick up with the super. They didn't get much done, but they do have decent positioning. Dubious getting, no, Paul's getting in on the medic Xander. Xander surfs out, good surf by Xander, he gets cleaned up by, I think he actually crated, which is a shame.
Yeah, I really like this push. It's a classic push that you can do on Viaduct because you know you have better spawns. Both teams, they've had a lot of deaths on either side. You can just get straight in there, you know your player's going to be coming up first, you know you've got a player out for at least a few seconds, get in there, do the job, and win the fight before they even get their reinforcements.
Definitely. A funny thing happened there actually, Xander wasn't going to cradle the surf, but somebody body shot him in midair. Nice shot by Quid. No, not Quid. Snow on sniper actually now. Hitting 2 headshots straight in a row. Seeing Snow over Quid snipe should be interesting because I know they're both very competent snipers. Dubious on really low health here, trying to just not die to spam. He gets bait.
Sure, nice aggressive from Deft.
Yeah. Dubious is doing such a good job. Dubious is so fearless in these fights, he just gets aggressive on no matter what health he does and takes groom. Just really good confidence in moving forward for his team. An Uber advantage here for Nature Walk, but 70% coming out of Xander. They're probably going to do maybe a sack wave or maybe just try and get this Uber and and on a, what would you call it, a sack, but interesting sack, he goes for the sniper. He does end up getting the sniper, Q picks up on the side, and they're getting aggressive. Shift runs straight onto pause. It's really interesting, he's just playing house. Low health on Q for the side of Nature Walk.
Death should die.
Scout's probably gonna die on the grass. No, he gets out. That was a very weird push. Neither side Ubered, and Xeno just take the point away from Nature Walk. It's a very interesting change.
Well, I wasn't really sure what was going on there as far as like both teams deciding when they were going to use their Ubers. We do see pause as the first casualty of the next fight. Uber does popped out from both teams. He's going to be trading on the left. Big multis coming out from both teams. Soldier's going to be jumping in. Can MG get taken down? Yorch is the first to die. Duel's going to be coming out on this right side, and looks like it is going to be Nature Walk coming out on top. First 2 kills, Shifter and MG going down. They're just going to bully Xenophobia back off the point, and looks like we are going to see the cap go down. About a minute on the clock left for both teams.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward and not really going either way until the first pick came out, which was Yorch trying to get back a return frag on the medic. And it's just another even Uber exchange. Xander's doing a lot, actually pointed out, because he's doing a lot better at surviving this map. He hasn't been dying nearly as much. Pause forward on concrete, maybe trying to get a pick onto Yorch. Yorch does do the bomb, but Pause in an awkward position, goes down to 7 health, and Yorch does get out. Pause back, might give, MG takes the room because of the flank players being low, but that ends up getting MG picked with nothing really as a return frag. Yorch might go down on the flank as well, he doesn't. Quid does get him very low though. We do see Quid going down. Snow taking a fight. They Uber out very early. Explode has a much better Uber. They need to get flashes in this Uber. Cure probably going to get cleaned up. Yeah, he does on their concrete. And that's very bad for Xenos. They're going to have to back up, and they only have 20 seconds. If I'm honest,
Soldier on the medic, Yorch in.
This is really good. If they can kill Dubious, they can re-push this. Dubious on 2 health. Deft on the point, really lit as well. Players even for both sides. And Cure gets a spawn because the spawn advantage is the map. Deft on point, just trying to get spam out. Sean getting aggressive, but not only anyone with him. MG just trying to get spam kills. And Scout just taking fight to the point. Scout rushes Deft. He doesn't go down, he goes so low, but he's just eating heals. The cap does come out. The cap's going to make
on medic pause. Does manage to take down Xander. 2 nice rockets. Can take the duel with the Scout. He's going to be Yorch winning it. Deft jumping onto the point. Dubious is there with him. They've got heals up. Cure is so low. Nice pipe is going to take him down. Could this be it? Could we see 1-1?
Yeah, that's going to be 1-1.
I think we can see a 1-1.
Definitely. So, Nature Walk there, it's kind of a double, it's kind of a negative and a positive in them capping the point, because obviously they kept the point, the get rain doesn't it? But capping the point also meant their spawns were doubled and they had no support for like 20 seconds. And it kind of meant that like there was nobody really to refight the point for Xeno. Sean getting forward, doing the same rollout, just trying to get spam out to the soldiers. Soldier on a height rock, just playing.
MG with another jump.
MG getting aggressive, does get on to Quid
How
immediately.
does it work?
I don't know, I don't understand what the scouts are doing for Nature Walk. Kill picks up a scout as well, and the soldier gets forward, pause. Scout gets forward to get a return frag on a scout for Xeno. Somehow this evens out and they have 3-on-3. We're gonna have a weird team fight. Yorch gets aggressive and gets killed by Spam and the scout. Yeah, Xander's playing this smart, just trying to get out, but he might get chased. He's unlucky.
Looks like he'll be fine.
Yeah, he gets that man. I don't understand. So that was almost immediately like a really good bid for Xeno, and then they lost players, I think, on the flank, and then the flank re-pushed and won the mid for Nature Walk.
Yeah, they just lost a couple of duels, I think.
Yeah.
Got some nice damage out from the combo of Nature Walk, and now we're able to sort of sweep forward on the flank, capitalise off that damage, and keep going.
Yeah.
That's the thing about bombing your pocket soldier that early.
Xander's lit. So just taking spam, I think, there, from a soldier or something. Maybe a sticky is. And he's looking to jump in. He does get in aggressively. He does kind of do a half bomb. They Uber very, very early out of Xeno. Pop does come out, but they have a 40% advantage over this Uber. And they just start to trample Xeno. Xeno does have pretty good flank positioning. Yorch just getting caught out no ammo. And Scout does clean up Dubious behind. This is somehow turning out in Xeno's favour with the repush. Deft on 50 health, it's just a medic who should get killed. Kieran Shifter to clean him up. How did that end up in Xeno's favour? I'm so confused. I guess they just lost players in the flank, and then Xeno kind of just like, because Dubious traded for Yorch, and then I guess the scout behind just kind of mulched. That was strange. They're trying to pull off a forward hold here, but they don't have as many players as ideal. They're getting positioning here. They move out main, and the soldier wasn't forward enough to deny it. Now they're in an awkward position.
They don't quite have Uber yet either. MG is going to get taken down. Yorch really needs to win this fight.
He backs up. There was a little issue there, like before they rotated, they were already in a position to push in aggressively.
And lose shifter as well.
Yeah. So, player not the greatest out. The Orchard's probably gonna get caught out here by this rock. He does. I think he was hoping that at Uber, but
they Uber back now. Oh, this could be really bad.
They're probably just gonna repush. Honestly, they're gonna get the spawns. A spawn in 2, but they have the cap advantage. So the spawns are a little longer, and a player behind for the side of Nature Walk. So could see a counterplay explode going down.
Oh.
How did that last rocket not hit?
Splash him?
What?
Slopes in TF2?
Okay, that sucks, dude. Explode should have 100% be dead. And Xander gets cleaned up by a Dubious on the back, which we were missing because we were looking at terrible Source Engine mechanics. But, that sucks. I can't believe that makes me angry. It should have been an even medic trade. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. It is going to be 80% Uber advantage in favour of Nature Walk. MG bombing in onto the medic. Gets one nice rocket out. He's in a bad position. He does get popped off. But we are going to see sort of 4 players go down. The classic 4-man sack.
Yeah.
Tried and tested stable of Viaduct since 2010.
It is, well, it's working, and they don't make the rookie mistake of putting Xander in a position where he can get picked up post. That does give them the chance to forward hold, which the classic is the 4-man that does give every opportunity for a team to forward hold. They move through main, but Paul's gets aggressive, super onto the medic. He ends up picking up Sean, and Xander comes up on his Uber, but he's just playing back. He does not want to pop it for this. He's probably going to wait for the spawns, but I don't know, that was really risky. I don't know if pushing out main to that forward hold was really a great idea straight away. They didn't really know what was there for them, and Paul's just absolutely destroyed with a forward play. They're going to try and do it again. They know that they don't have as much player positioning here.
They've got to go quickly.
Yeah, they're moving up 35 seconds. They do have this Uber, but they need to go straight away if they want to keep it an advantage. Explode's about to come up with this Uber, and Xander isn't even Ubered in. What do? They need to move. They don't have the time. Explode's probably going to get this Uber. They're moving in concrete now. Snow does go down on the side. Xander still hasn't popped, but Explode's going to get this. He pops now, but Explode just came up on his Uber, and now they're just playing disadvantage. They took way too long to get to that point, and now it's going to be a repush. They do have the player advantage. If they can kite this, they can repush. They have 10 seconds. They have to go right now. DPS goes get cleaned up. Deft on low health is cleaned up as well. It's just the scout and that deck that he should 100% be able to destroy this. We're just backing up, and it does look like Gilch might get aggressive, which I'm going to call as a bad move, as he knows the scout is buffed there, and he's just going to mulch him. Gilch should get cleaned up here, but he doesn't. Quid gets overaggressed alone. He ends up dying to the scouts who are kind of just pincering. And we're going to see they have to hold for 1 minute 40, and that's not an easy feat. They do have a little bit of advantage, and Dubious is starting to move up.
It is going to be a slight Uber advantage in favour of Xander. Nothing worth writing home about. He's going to take a lot of spam damage. So that might be
on Sniper. I missed that.
Crit on Sniper is what they're looking to play around. Not great health for lots of the players. Xander does get taken down by Quid. 97% Uber goes down. And here comes the Demo Bomb. Demo straight in. Takes out Explode.
Sean going for a huge plan. It pays off. This is so good. Sean got so much damage and they just collapsed.
No way.
I can't
get taken down by MG. Snow goes down as well.
That was fantastic. Like, you said it. They need to be working on different things and trying new things when they're at disadvantages, and they're definitely making it happen. Slide ad for... Oh no, it's completely nullified by a full HP crossbow, but there was a little bit of an advantage there for Explode. Spam just coming out, and we're gonna see them getting really aggressive, and this is bad. They weren't in a position to hold for this aggression. They're losing players and health straight off the bat. Yorch goes down. They can't give up this point, so they have to aggress. They can't be holding S here. And it's not going to happen, I don't think, as Dubious does get in behind. Xander just goes in to try and bait fire, I think. Sean goes down behind Rock with no heals. Kieran Shifter just desperately trying to stop the point. That was kind of sloppy. From a really good push to going just hiding behind Rock and giving them that much room, it was really bad.
I think they sort of forgot about spawn wave timings. And they forgot that that people on Nature Walk would get there just slightly faster.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, we do have... pretty standard stuff. Getting aggro on boxes, paws. Concrete. MG gets very aggressive and does so much damage. All like two double-digit health for almost all in the entirety of the flank. Cure might pick up a third if he's lucky. 6 health on Snow, and he does. Cure just picked up, I think he picked up 2 or 3 players on the flank because that MG bomb just absolutely mulched like 3 players. That was really good.
And they're really dominant on these mids so far.
Yeah, it's actually been kind of surprising just how well they've been able to do. They're not running a particularly like sophisticated strategy.
Dubious?
Dubious, okay, but I think so far Nature Walker have been guilty of what we said, accused Xenophobia of on the first map about not adapting to the stuff that's presented with you, even when they're doing the same thing every mid. Yorch in a position to make a forward play here. Have they spotted out the sniper? They definitely have now. The thing about the upper hand is you fire one shot and everyone, like on this map and every other ozfortress server, knows that you're on the sniper.
Yeah, you can hear it if you're in the server. Dubious does get cleaned up by a bomb by Yorch. Shifter gets in and cleans him up, but you turn to Yorch for a sniper there, so I might give Nature Walker a bit of room to sack. Quid does go in, he's probably going to get cleaned up. He doesn't just straight away, he does now. Spam just returning and spawn wave advantage is going to mean that they... Oh, no, okay, yeah, never mind. Yorch is up and Quid's going to come up late.
Yeah. It's a bit confusing actually why Quid has chosen to die there. Because just if it's player for player, then they do have that swarm wave advantage, so they do have a slight player advantage for a few seconds. Yorch in onto the soldier, he's going to miss what would have been a don't many onto pause. They're just sort of trading damage across the point here. But it looks like there have been lots of their team are cut in half. Cura's going to go down, the Uber gets popped off, Cura has been dropped by his medic, and now they just have to get as much done with it as they can. GBS is just going to be skipping around the Uber, takes down Shifter, Pause takes down Sean. This is not looking good.
Soldier. They have the time to go for a quick mid sack. MG goes straight in, he gets a pretty decent rocket. Yorch isn't going to be able to follow up any steps, and Squid will live. Yeah, that was awkward. Both soldiers ended up having to go back for, I believe, packs in that fight, and then it just ended up meaning that they had no explosive damage to really push back the Nature Walker attackers. So it's going to be time ad for Xeno, which is a good thing to see. I think it's the first, it's the first cap Nature Walker gotten, but Sean's going to get cloned up by Spam, trying to push out into a forward hold by himself. We'll see if, oh my god, Shifter and MG just plowing through the left side. Might clean up Dubious if he's unlucky too. No, he gets out with a jump, it looks like. But advantage, oh no, the advantage is pretty minimal actually, because I guess it wasn't healing. Oh, maybe I'm wrong, and there wasn't advantage to be with. Dubious stuff gets cleaned up. Snow backing up because he cleaned himself. Xander gets cleaned up by a trap, I think. Wow. That sucks. Maybe it was just spam, but that really sucks. Explode, especially because Explode survived. Like, it sucks normally, but the other medic getting
it sucks even more.
Yeah. They're gonna probably just, if I'm honest, just repush. They have the spawn ads.
They don't want to use here. That's their big objective now, is that they want to take the point, they want to get as many kills as they can, and they do not want to pop their Uber. Xander's playing quite close here, but it looks like they have taken the wise decision. They know that this is not going to be something that's contestable for them. They don't want to get caught out here by an over. Oh, how does that get the force? How does he force them? What? Nice play from Yorch. You've got to say, like, considering it was pretty much one jump, and maybe like a scout mucking around on the flank as well, that they can't be giving up a force there so easily. I don't know what he was doing on the point. Anyway. That is going to mean that we do have a 30% Uber advantage going in favour of Xenophobia, and they're going to be looking to get aggressive off the back of this. MG jumping in, trying to spam some rockets up onto the platform. They've all been forced off point. Soldier does come in return. Can he get anything for this?
Xander 6 health.
Quinn Paul's going to go down. GB's got the direct hit in his hands, so let's see if he like...
Yorch on him. Yorch goes down to Explode. Oh no, Explode goes down to Yorch rather. Yeah. Dubious. 30 health, Def just trying to get spam out. He's just playing house, he's not getting aggressed too hard, he's backing up to clip to make sure he can survive this. This is Quid on Sniper, full liberate for Xander. Alright, so in this situation you have to expect a Quid Sniper. You play... Oh no, that's... Okay, here it comes. They got to play a disadvantage, they saw this Uber, they don't. Well, you can play their Sniper up, they're gonna, they were baiting point, they're gonna get this Uber popped out now. They do not drop any players so far, this Uber. Snow goes down on one side and just backing. Dubious still on Cliff. Is he running direct hit? He is. Okay, so we have a Dubious direct hit for some reason. Explode does go down. It's just 2 players. They have 4 seconds to stop this, and it's just 2 players up. A soldier comes from behind. Shifter just flick shots him, and Quid is the only one on the point, just going for frags. He doesn't get anything done. Yeah, that was a scary play because I think it was a weird communication. It seemed that like the players were in position to be backing out of that position. But Explode comes on crits. So that's an interesting thing to do.
Is Viaduct first to 3 in current rule set?
It's... Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, best of 5, that's right.
So this is a decisive round. York's going to be doing a big jump over. Dubious going looking for him. They're just going to fight this soldier duel. Will any of them be able to hit the rocket? It looks like Dubious is going to take him down, essentially just removing each other from the fight there.
MG's doing so much on this mid. He keeps it depth almost by himself, and then almost takes a 1v2 with scouts and winning. He takes back ground just to get health from the medic. They're not even forward heals, so he just went rock for a while. But crits is up him out. I forgot about this. Going to be getting in. They might expect something because of how aggressive they are. MG's going to come onto the medic.
Yeah, he gets Sean. Nice. Oh, about as good as you can hope for.
Oh,
pause. Destroy George.
And aggression from both scouts might clean up Shifter. No, it's just getting out. That was a shame. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just they didn't expect it. You gotta, I don't know. Maybe if they're that aggressive after a mid like that, you gotta probably expect something. But Chris does get a lot done, and they're gonna have it again soon. They're probably gonna play aggressive because they know that they're running crits, which is what is happening. Sean's just walking forward, taking heals, spamming out the players, and they're gonna be backing up to heals.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to have a 30% Uber advantage, possibly enough for them to get aggressive with. Sorry, not Uber, crits advantage. But they know it's
so aggressive.
The crits are going to be popped out. 2 rockets from Yorch. They should have seen that coming about a kilometre away.
Xeno might get out. He's lucky.
Xander. Creators, what?
Oh, that would have been like, I think that was minimum, like the absolute minimum, just like speed you have to crate it as well. That's really funny. He barely, yeah, he just splatters on the ground because of it to a bathroom. Oh, that's funny.
Shifter's dancing around behind them. Shifter could die here, and that would not be like conducive to a good hold here. He's on 19 health. They know who he is. He is going down to Snow. Snow picking up 2 important sort of flank cleanup kills as we start this, especially because now Quid is going to be moving on to Sniper. Just knowing that they don't have to deal with those 2 flank players can be, so with Shifter and Sean, is going to be really important.
Yeah, definitely. It does. Oh no! Come on, guys. You know they have a Sniper.
That bomb's coming out.
He's back in his Uber. Yeah, he's back on Uber. We're gonna see stacks coming in. They're not getting any ground. I'm gonna say that Explosive's probably gonna be able to save.
Nice, Quid.
Nice shot on the Sean from Quid. This guy just trying to get enough depth. Nothing comes out. They might get this cap, which honestly I'd say was probably a bad idea because all it's really gonna do is gonna extend your spawn times. But they back up. And if I'm honest, I'll probably see. If I was in this position, I'd see a push into grass so the sniper is less effective, and then maybe a 4-man sack because they're not really in a position to do a lot, and they need something to happen because they don't want to have to wait for this entire Uber to build for a push.
Yeah, they've definitely got to try to do something. Soldiers are going to be jumping in. Doesn't look like they're targeting the medic. Looks like they're almost trying to do a dry push, flank into flank. But the first 2 kills are going to go now. Now they don't want to lose too many players here. Xander's actually quite far forward. Will this scout be caught out? Looks like Curie's going to get stuck in. Chief and Curie get taken down.
Yeah. So
no force means that timing is going to get a little bit hairy. Xander's still only on 60%. He's got another 16 seconds before he gets Uber, and that's not including the push time.
Yeah, this is definitely awkward. I guess they wanted to. What I think was happening was they were trying to get aggressive on the flank and kill the sniper, so they could get free reign to push in and maybe get a force. But I would have argued that just getting aggro to the medic, who is definitely in a position where you can get onto him, would have been a better play. They still have the sniper up. Is he playing China? Yeah, he is. So that's going to be an annoying place to get him. MG is just playing rock side. They're trying to move this in slowly now. They do the Uber out. It's going to be forced. It is in favour of Nature Walk right now, but MG does go down behind. And that's 2 players.
2 early kills.
This isn't looking good. 10 seconds and...
You're jumping in onto the point.
If they get large damage, they could make this work. Sean is like...
No, these 2 players are going to both get die.
This is possible though. Scout behind is destroying people on the point, getting a lot of damage. That Shifter does get thrown out of the sniper. Players coming in with a healed scout. This could really work, and MG going to come in behind.
Do it. No way.
They make... Oh! Oh, no, Xander! No!
Say it ain't so. Quid taking down Xander as the last act. Just after they've sort of resurrected, Xenophobia have resurrected their push, they've managed to get the cleanup kills. Shifter has absolutely spanked them, and now they're going to be suffering from, they're going to have no heals. He's still spawning. They could just get forward and take the point. If they want to do it right now, they can. They can just swarm the point and it'll be game over, because they won't have buffs on any of their players. Yorch is going to be the first to go down. Quid dancing around, trying to avoid taking this damage. He's going to get taken down by Cure, but GBS gets Energy Move turn. Pause takes down Xander.
Yeah.
Pause gets Shifter as well. Cure and Sean go down, and that is it.
Yeah,
All
definitely. Yeah, it's just Quid getting that shot. I can't believe it. That, like, you can't do anything after that. Like, you don't have heals. They'll get the spawner, just crush you, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, so, like, obviously a very crucial play right at the end there to be able to get that kill. And so it's going to be 2 maps to 0 in favour of Nature Walk, 4-1 on Snakewater and 3-2 on Bud. Both quite close maps at times. Definitely saw some positive signs of Xenophobia. Maybe just being a bit more consistent and also being a bit more flexible with regards to their approach, especially on Snakewater. And we could see them putting up even more of a fight and maybe reversing the result next time around.
Yeah. We're going to do logs before we do interviews, so let's just get these logs up. I definitely think it'll be more interesting on last round, because that map was actually very entertaining to watch. We don't see Dubious doing 400 DPM this round, thank God. But we do see Death doing a lot as well. He goes 34 to 12, he gets 370 DPM. That's a very large play. He's also still taking less damage, less heals than Dubious. So he's doing a lot of damage with not a whole bunch of heals, which is a very good performance to see out of a demo. The Scouts seem to be having a pretty good time on both sides. Shifter and Cure getting a lot of frags, and both sides getting a lot of damage out. It seems like there's no huge standout that I can see here that was a standout player that I can say is doing a bad performance. Xander does have twice as many deaths again, but I don't know. That was a bit more aggression coming out of Xeno, so I guess you can expect that. And Yorch having a little bit of an awkward KD at 16 to 30, but I'd say he was doing quite a bit. He was getting deep in a lot. They were playing a lot of sack plays, so a lot of deaths for roamers, and that's surprising.
Yeah, again, I've felt like, just as a general rule, which team, Nature's Walk were able to they're able to live a bit better. I know it sounds obvious, it's like the aim of the game is like not die, but one of the things that really facilitates their play is that they don't die for nothing. And so they're always able to have players in situations where they're able to take advantageous fights, and just being able to have a few people who can shoot is often really important. I felt like it was Xenophobia would often lose players for no real reason, or someone would sack knowing that they probably weren't going to get anything for it, or one of their scouts would sort of die thoughtlessly on the flank, which would sort of stunt their push in. I felt like the fact that if you there were probably just a significant amount, quite a few more kills in favour of Nature Walk was indicative of that.
Yeah, definitely. Just getting players in for Xeno. We have Quid in the Mumble, but I'm just going to get Xander in from Xeno.
Hello.
Hey, Quid. We're just getting Xander in, but we can ask you a few questions first. What did you think about the matchup coming into it? Like, who do you predict to win? Who did you predict to do a lot? That kind of stuff?
I'll be honest, I didn't really predict when I lost. I don't know what the rest of my team did, but I just thought it'd be a good game, and it was.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, it was the first map was a bit up and down, but the second map was one of the closer maps we've seen this season. We have Xander and MG also waiting in the Mumble, so we'll get some comments from there in a sec. Hey Xander, hey MG. Oh.
Hello.
Hi, Xander.
So all friends here in this Mumble.
Yeah.
So Xander, what did you think about the matchup yourself? Because we've asked Quid, what did you think about the map? Who do you think was going to win? What do you think about the players' performances?
I think we played all right. There was definitely some cracks in our gameplay. Most of it from me. I feel I played bad, but I think our core did play quite well. Our scouts, our demo. We just couldn't really counter the aggression and the sniper plays on from Deft and Quid on product there, I guess.
Fair enough. MG, do you have anything to say about that?
Sean and I had like 85 ping due to ozfortress servers, so that played a pretty big part in why we lost, I think. It was very difficult to hit shots.
Yeah,
But yeah, like it sucks when your demo and pocket both have bad ping. Like there's not a lot you can do.
Western Australians.
Yeah, like it was just specifically ozfortress servers. Like we're playing on a different one. I don't know what it was for our warm-up scrim, and it was fine. And then we joined ozfort, and we both have 85 ping.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I guess.
So you guys still have the Perth server? We would have been happy to play on that. Not Perth, Southern Australia.
We do. I'm not sure how stable it is. Like
It's a bit jittery every day.
Yeah, we scrimmed on it a couple of times when we first got it because we changed over to a different one, and yeah, it just didn't perform very well.
Anyway, I guess I'll ask Lord Xeno, is there anything you guys reckon you should have done different, or you wish you had done different in the maps?
I guess like we probably should have consolidated a lot more after the I guess the initiation of the fight had ended, and like called focus a bit better. We just kind of seem to be losing a lot of the DM fights. Like part of that is probably also due to our ping, but yeah, I definitely feel like we could have done that a bit better.
Fair enough.
I was gonna to throw like a more specific question out to Quid. So
Hi.
on Snakewater, you guys kind of got rolled on the first mid, but you guys turned that around. I think you won maybe 4 out of the 5 of the next mids. Did you guys make like a conscious adjustment in strategy? It seemed like you guys were much better at taking height after that first initial loss, and that you guys sort of reacted quite well to probably some static plays and sort of a bit of a cookie cutter mid from Xenophobia. What did you think about that?
Deft wasn't here at the start, so I was playing demo, and I just like completely fucked that meta's demo, and nobody else could really do much because I did very little. And then I proceeded to play well on demo, and then Deft came back, and it all got even better.
Yeah. So did you feel like it made a big difference? Did you prefer playing on demo or scout? Where did you feel you had the most impact on the game?
I was doing really well on demo, but I was doing well on scout and sniper too, so I don't really think it changed much. I think that it did change much because Deft came in, and Deft is definitely a really good demo.
Definitely. Anyway.
Alright, do we have any more questions, or should we move on to shoutouts? Questions for the other team?
Oh yeah, Xander.
Yo.
Did you yell when I headshot
I
you?
did yell. What the fuck was that shot, dude? Like, I was spamming crouch and you still hit that shit, man.
Honestly, I was like, oh fuck, I missed a scout. Oh fuck, I missed a scout. Oh, Xander. And my whole team's like,
Oh, okay.
and I'm just like, oh, whoops. Like, I didn't. I was just clicking. I didn't realize the time or anything. I sort of dissociated at the end.
I expect it uploaded on YouTube with meme music behind it.
Oh, I didn't actually shadow play anything.
Alright,
Oh,
so
man.
shoutouts. We'll go from top of Mumble. MG, do you have any shoutouts?
Yep. Shout out to my boy Jaden, aka Yogi, and my boy Jake, aka Modus.
Yeah, fair enough. Fear, any shoutouts?
Shout out to my team who went down tonight. Shout out to Mary. Good luck with your exam tomorrow. Shout out to TF Live. Shout out to everyone involved in the production and casting.
Quid, any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out to my team, obviously. Shout out to Adolo and Frank. Shout out to Raze. Shout out for Modus. And who else? Oh yeah, shout out to Obla for putting a Prem team in open and completely not realizing that it was a Prem team.
Wait, who?
What team is this?
Called like something Volcano, and it's
Nice.
the old Lord of the Boys.
Fair enough. Alright, my shoutouts. Shout out to Modus. I'll give him another whoop whoop. And shout out
You
to
didn't commit
Wiethoofd.
to that whoop whoop.
I
Fuck you.
can't commit to the whoop whoop.
Fucking.
And shout out to Wiethoofd for production, as always. Xander? Oh, Xander, yeah. Do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, I'd give a shout out to me old Modus as well. Whoop whoop! I think he messaged everyone.
Yeah, he demanded also give him some whoop whoops. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to the team, MG, Sean, everyone else. Also to Quid, good game. Good production, everything else in the TF Live server. Always a pleasure to be casted. Thanks, guys.
No worries. I think that cuts off everything, so see you guys next week. Next week, I believe we have, okay, we have Quid as a ghost. Next week we have Right Wing Death Squad versus Damage Inc., I believe, which should be a really good game. I think it's currently 3rd place versus 4th place, so I reckon it'll be a very good match to watch. Don't forget to watch that. It'll be casted next week sometime. Keep posted. Follow us on Twitch and Twitter, all the social media stuff, and I'll catch you guys next week. This has been TF5. Thanks for watching.
Suck my nut.